another attack. Very near death.
So, Vasula, you've had many of these through your life, starting as a young child, 6 years old, all the way through to today. And so, listen, I mean, I don't know how any of us relate the bad times in our lives. We all have challenging times, but it seems like, obviously, you started to take a look at all of these, and, I mean, there was a kind of a pattern happening here, I think.
It was, because it wasn't just that. I mean, I used to see Jesus a lot in my dreams, and they'll say, some people will say, well, you know, this is just dreams. Not when it is with Jesus, very clear, like a three-dimension dream. Right. It's a vision. It becomes a vision. So I had been like being prepared to what was going to be given to me much later on, back in 1985.
You know, as I think about it right now, as you just said that, I remember also seeing a couple of points which really was an eye-opener, where you were at some meetings and conferences and other people were there, and a vision of Jesus was, I think I read a couple of things, was shown on your face in some particular occasions, and on some other occasions on a screen in the room. Is that correct?
That's correct. Well, this is after 1985. That was 1985, after. It wasn't before the Lord approaching me and starting to call me, giving me messages. But he said in the beginning, when he started to talk to me, and I could hear him inside, and it's called locution, by the way, you know, the proper word, locution. He said, when I said, but people will not believe me. You know, it's so difficult in our times to come up and say, you know, God speaks to me. And, you know, they'll take you for a fool, or there are so many others there that say God speaks to me, and they're not true, really. So it's just like a mountain in front of me. How can I make people believe? Give me a sign, a sign. And then he said to me, the only sign I shall give is you. And I shall appear in your place. And he does. So a lot, we have testimonies all over the world without them knowing that phrase, that while I'm talking, he just rubs me out, and it's he who is appearing, and people see him. Sometimes they see him all the way there, sometimes the whole thing. And sometimes, you know, in a church where I was speaking and transmitting the messages of Christ, suddenly I saw a whole group of young people kneeling simultaneously. And I said, why are they kneeling? You know, while I was talking. But then I found out later on that he appeared while I was talking. And at that moment, when he does that, there's a lot of healings going on.
Yeah.